What are you eating after your workout? I'm Shauna Kay, female fat loss expert, and it's a common question I get asked as to what should you be eating after your workout, because lots of people see people with a shake and they're wondering, what should I actually be eating? I also get asked what to eat before the workout, and I'll answer that in another video. So after your workout is a great time to be replenishing your body with some carbohydrates and with some protein. Protein is the building block of muscle and will help to build and repair muscle, but it's also a good time to be intaking some carbohydrates. Now, most times it's not a great time to have an insulin reaction. We always want to try and keep our insulin reaction to a minimum, but after a workout it's okay to spike your insulin to a certain extent, and the reason for that is because your cells are very permeable to insulin, and when you are intaking carbohydrate and protein after your workout, that insulin can get into the cells that are needed. It can get the glycogen back into the liver, into the muscles for storage and recovery. It can get that protein into the muscles for building and repair. So I'm just going to tell you the couple things that I have in my post-workout shake. So I like to have a whey protein. Right now I'm using just this whey isolate with stevia, so that's a good protein for me. And I've just recently been adding carbohydrates to my shake. You could be having coconut water, or in this case, I'm using pentacarb, and so it's a fast way to get a little bit of a blood sugar elevation and a little bit of an insulin response, because the other thing about when you have an intense workout, you get, your body has cortisol. So as soon as you have an insulin response, you stop the cortisol, and that's gonna help with recovery. So I use this pentacarb. I'm putting a teaspoon of this maca powder, and for women over 40, maca is a great, it's great for adrenal support, immune support, and so I just put, you can't even taste it, I put that in my shake. Right now, if I don't put it in a blender with a bunch of spinach, then I will use, right now I'm using Organifi greens, and then, as you can tell, this is not just for the flavor, I put in a dash of maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, fill it up with water, shake it out, and that is my post-workout shake. So what that does is it helps with recovery, it helps to replenish energy stores, it helps to repair and build muscle, it helps to support my adrenals, and I figure that this Organifi, the greens or the spinach, is just, you know, some micronutrients that it's like chicken soup I can't go wrong with. So depending on where you're at in your fitness journey, you may consider having some protein and carbs right directly after. You don't have to have it within 30 minutes. You know, some people say, oh, you must have it within that 30-minute window. You know, the reason that you want to have it shortly after your workout is because it will stop that cortisol response. So when you spike the insulin a little bit, and that cortisol can be a bit catabolic. So you want to get some carbs in, because as soon as you get carbs in, you're going to get that insulin response. So for just average people, you want to have a 1-to-1 ratio with the protein and the carbs in terms of how many grams of protein and carbs. If you are more of an athlete, you probably want to have a 2-to-1 ratio where you have twice as many carbs as protein, which I kind of struggle with because I like to eat my carbs, and this is kind of a new thing for me that I'm having liquid carbs in my shake, so I'm kind of struggling with that, but I'm trying that. If you are a very advanced, say, CrossFitter, you know, you've had a really intense training session, then you could be going up to a 4-to-1 ratio on carbs to protein, but this would be unlikely for women over 40. If you're doing a 1-to-1 ratio, and right now I'm doing a 1-to-1 ratio because I just can't, I have a hard time with the idea of drinking my carbs because I really want to eat my carbs, because as a small person, I don't have 400 carbs that I'm eating in the day. So I'm just starting to add some carbs to that post-workout shake, and I'm finding that my recovery is better. So just some thoughts for you to think about. That's what I'm doing after my workout. So it's a great time to have that, that protein, some carbs. It's going to help with your recovery, help with your energy levels, and it will even help with your fat loss. All right, so women over 40, hopefully you're working out, and working out, that post-workout nutrition is super important. That's it for me today. Have any questions? Feel free to reach out to me. I'll have a link if, I'd love for you to fill out a questionnaire so that we can go a little bit deeper in how I could help you a little bit more. I'll add a link for some questions that we can get started with and then get talking. Have a great day.